You now have 3 mortises. You've checked the fit, and they all fit well. You may have trimmed the sides a little bit with a file. Just gently if you have to. You can always clean it up a little bit. It's also a good idea to relieve the edges where the board will go through. Just gently relieve the edges. If your file is too wide, you can simply use the narrow edge like this. And it doesn't take much. Just like that. And then it'll prevent chipping edges out when the board goes through to the other side when you poke it through. Now, you had previously made some marks to transfer over the edges of the mortises to the edge of the board. Let's use those to find the center to cut notches. Now we need to make these 2 notches. We'll start with the bottom one, 9 millimeters wide. The length of the mortise is 39 millimeters. To find the center, we could say that it's near 40, just 1 millimeter under 40. So if we go to the 20 millimeter mark and move over half a millimeter less than that, it will be very, very close, like that. That's the halfway mark. The first notch that we're doing is 9 millimeters wide. So let's put the halfway point of 9 millimeters on the halfway point of that line. So that would be just before the 5. And this is the part that you cut out with your saw. So I've marked the cut on the upper edge as well, which will make it easier to start the cut, to start the curve. This is where the bench hook will come in handy. Make sure that it's overhanging the edge a little bit. To start this cut, you'll want to lean it on the hook like this, but since you're cutting on the top, it might have a tendency to rock a little bit. So I would recommend start the cut like this. And if you draw back, just to start your cuts, it should make it a lot easier to position your saw on the top here. Make the edges perfectly square. Relieve the corners.